I'm working on page 100. It's problem 32A. This is introducing the concept of posting. Posting is taking the information that's been recorded in a journal and then transferring it to the individual accounts. So there's a specific sequence for doing that, so I'd like to do that with you. Looking at your journal on August 1st, the transaction was paying the rent. So now when we're ready to put it into the actual rent expense account, it says to go to rent expense and debit it for $1,000. So I'm going to go to rent expense. Okay, and rent expense is right here. Let me get this off, I forgot it. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, and so what we're going to do is take this, and it's on August 1st. Okay, so put in the date first, and then it was to debit it for $1,000. Now, it already had a balance of $900, now it has $1,000 more, and so we're going to add these two debits together. If these were in a T account, and you had two debits, you would add them. So we're going to add these together. Now our running balance, or current balance, is $1,900. Okay, next we say, what journal page did this come from? The journal page was page 5, so we put a 5 in here. So we've put in the date, we put in the amount, we brought the balance up to date, and we put the journal page number here in the post reference column. The fifth and final step is to go back to your journal and take the account number of rent expense, which is 512, and record it here. So when you're done, you're going to have the account title and its number together. So this number means that you have posted to that account. The next one is to go to the cash account and credit it for $1,000. So let's find the cash account. Cash account is in your general ledger. It's bigger than many of them because we use them a lot. So let's put in the date. We have to put in August because it's a new month. And it's a credit, so we go to the credit column. Now, it had a debit balance, and we're crediting it. If you picture a T account in your mind with a debit on the left and this on the right, you would subtract, right, to figure your new balance. So it's still a debit balance, but now instead of $24,113, it's $23,113. So we put in the date, we put in the amount, we brought the balance up to date, we write down where it came from. Again, it's still journal page 5. And then we're going to go back to our general journal and put account number 111 here. So here's the cash account number 111. When you see the account and the account number together, that means you have put it into the account. Let's go to the next one. The next one is on the 5th, and it says to go to cash and debit it for $27. Okay, so I'm going to put in the date. We don't need to put in August because it's still August. And it's a debit for $27. Okay, now here's the existing balance. We're going to take this debit and add them together. Now we have a cash balance of $23,140. It came from journal page 5. So the date, the amount, bringing the balance up to date, putting the journal page number, and the fifth and final step, taking account number 111 and going back here. And that shows us that the job is done. Now we're going to go to accounts receivable and post this as a credit. So we're going to go to accounts receivable, which is right below cash. So it's the first time in August, so we have to put in August 5th, and that's a credit. And now the balance, if it has a debit balance and you're crediting a debit balance, you have to subtract to bring the balance up to date. So we have a new debit balance of $123, came from journal page 5. We take account number 113 and go back to here, put 113 to show that it has been posted. I'll stop this.